Hello YouTube, we are back. So, been a little bit, couple of days, at least. Actually, 4 days, I think, since the last time I played here. But, I did do what I said. At least I think I said it in the last video. I did mess with my inventory. Actually, did I ever go over what the inventory looks like? I honestly don't know if I did or not now I'm thinking about it. But, probably did. Down here, though, are my inventory things. And as you can see, we only have a little bit in the first one. So I cleaned out my inventory. I didn't really, like, sort it like I normally do. I just, slapped a lot of it on another retainer. Made the other ones like I said I would. And that I know I did. I knew I said, I'm pretty sure I said I was going to clean my inventory out off screen too. But I also know that I said I would show what these are like. So So anytime they come back with a venture, you just complete it. And as you see, they went up to level 6. They don't usually go up that high, but we got some high quality honey and some money, essentially. Yeah. I'm trying to explain that, but I need to. So now we have a higher level version of it. Now the thing is, as you get higher level, it obviously gives more rewards, so on and so forth. But also, eventually that requirement will be depending on what kind of retainer it is. Also, as you see, you can actually pick what they hunt. And I don't know if I went over this last time, but I know for a fact, I don't know how it works, or what's the criteria, if it's just level, or if it's like item level, or what. But I know at a certain point, these start going under 1 hour duration for the earlier ones. I also believe the quantity can go up to like 10 to 15 or something like that. These lower ones, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I messed with retainers this like thoroughly. Just because it's been a while since I've played with higher level retainers. Also, as you see, we're up, so you get another one. Like I said, you could use one token for 1 hour, get a bunch of this stuff, whatever. So it's good to have at least one melee one leveled up. I'm gonna just set this off again. Specifically, I prefer getting the melee one leveled up, because they hit a certain limit at some point. This is the botanist one. Should be about the same thing here. Beehive chips. More money. I don't have ventures, so I can't do that. Bee chips, pretty sure, are a botany item, so let's give that back. Yeah, I know. But as you see, there's check marks by some of these things. Well, all of these. So I have done this. I have gone through and gotten the earlier stuff checked off. But as you see, this is also different things. There's like 15s here and stuff. Obviously the shards were 60 last time as well. I think these were 15 last time. But either way, if you don't have them checked, I'm pretty sure when you click on them, they're like, you can only get things that your character has like gotten. Because I stumbled across this when I was doing the Fisher one. Because I never fished myself. And so I leveled up by having my friend get me fish and turning it into that daily thing. Because I just never liked fishing. It just wasn't my thing. I actually don't mind it now. We're having a party over here. But yeah, I never liked it, so I did that. Shit, where am I supposed to be going again? I think Camp Drywood, or Drybone. And I was like, okay. And then I'll do that, get the fish from the retainer instead of going out. And I was like, nah, you can only have the first fish because that's the only one you fished yourself. I was like, ah, crap. So you do need to do it yourself if you want it. So that is a good thing to go around and grab everything at least one. Completely up to you, like I said, whatever you do, how you want your retainers. You can do them all melee, so you just get all the melee stuff. Especially with having multiple like characters in the game, I'm gonna try to set up certain retainers where I'm gonna have like my one that's really good at fishing. I'm gonna have like probably like 2 or 3 fishing retainers. That way she can get multiple fish from the retainers at the same time. Just because she's gonna have it done. I'm gonna push the main story more, like I think I said I was gonna. I'm not sure if I did or not. Just because I want to be able to fly. So I'm gonna push another section. He who waited behind. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Lily. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the great Gubu Wall of Udal. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gardania towards Kurthus, I think is how they said that. I completely forgot how to say that, and only hearing it in game now, how I figured it out again. And it's been a couple days, but I think it was Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Kurthus. Mayhap the serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I'd hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Lily. Falgord! I was like, why is like there no music? I know I turned the music down to not be blaring as much. But I was like, wait a second, where'd the music go? My man, do you know where we need to go? I need to stand up here to, see eye to eye with you. Is there aught I can assist you with, Myth? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know that airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortafert? Vortafert? at Florental's spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Up, down, up, down, up, down. You've come in search of Vortif- Vorte- Vortifert? Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Kurthis. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartanu, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I've ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. The Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity. I'd wager it's still somewhere in Krithis. Australians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plight of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. I haven't been to Kurthis, I don't think, yet, on this character. No, I'm not, so. We're here! I like Kurthis. I was just gonna say, where do we even come out in Kurthis here? Because the etherite over here. Gotta remember if we came out over here somewhere or what. Ludovic? Ludovic? Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to High House Durendare? I don't know how you say there some of the high houses, though. Forgive me. And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? How absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courteous courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Well. Yeah, I don't like that armor, so. Heaven have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist. But do not distract me while I am on duty. We are stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Thurendier, as is mine. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay it. I would not be paying attention to that. See if I find somebody missing. That's about as far as you get from me. Let me pop this out. If I get attacked, I want my chocobo to get expand. Give me the experience. Killed overnight. Put it assault them. Good, my man? If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Spit. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed if the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. You're not as rude as your buddy over here. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I say I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition. But that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the Australians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Mel. Stop. The lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovic be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravinian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Australian Furthermore, up above. Higher up, higher up, higher up. Up, dude. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Helon's will. Helon's will? I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guess. Inquisitor Galamend? You honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandre's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Kurthis 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Kurthis. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durandere. I don't know how to say the house name. I feel so bad because I'm going to be butchering that name a long time once we get to Heaven Lord. Because I don't think I've ever said it. I'm going to have to pay attention if it's said in voice. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Always gotta fight for it. You there, madam. Could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixil in that vicinity. If you could seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. On it. Whee! I was like jumping down from the top. Sounds like my chocobo did too. I heard the chocobo squeal. The levy, right? What the fear? Oh, that's a dungeon. I was gonna say, usually one of these Ixils are a grand company or a character or something, because I always have to kill one of these. That's why it's a grand company one. That's why. I was like, I always have to kill one of these exiles. I don't remember which one, but I always do. There you go. Next time maybe you should take a guard with you. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamned birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst Ixel were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to. Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandere, however you say it, cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. Okay. I believe most of the... And don't quote me on this, but I've heard people say that they're French names, I think. Like, but I don't know. And I'm not that familiar with how they say names. Get up right here. Oh, come on. You can totally get up there. I found your friend, but he said he couldn't be seen with me. Arrogant fool returned not long ago before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you're eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion. As it is, their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Duvanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of house carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Give me... Ow. You too. You found it fun too, right? Jumping off? Yeah. It's fun. You've caused a stir in your short time here. First you slay two heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. In introduction to the other high houses, I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. But while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It's only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Sure. Fair's fair. 3 for 3. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find, lest you intend to perform only a cursory search. Bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helen. Are they? I don't know. Further improving the chances that they indulge your requests for aid. Mine. Mine. You wanna fight about it? Mine. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Here you go. Found all this. God's bless ye, friend. It's all here, every last... Ah, but wait. The chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents again, your shipping manifest, be my guest. Against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me. A draconian rosary. In the possession of Lord Francel. Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Hale. Hey, I'm just gonna call it Hale. Is whispered to be infested with heretics. I feel like if I keep trying to pronounce that, I'll just piss people off. I kind of piss myself off that I don't know how to say these names. I never learned them for some reason. I'm pretty sure at some point in the voice they do say them. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Hale. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. God damn it. Rose and the Unicorn. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I saved House Hale for years prior to the calamity. Sir, you must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. I'm coming, Lord Francel. Wait, I never took him a touch. Lord Francel, hi! Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? Seek an audience with the bearers of the White Lily. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Is that an Endois in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? I love that this is the line. Like, why is this the way you introduce yourself? Even if you're a friend. It's like a weird phrase to say, but you know. And you don't know the signs, so why would I say the rose bloom and all that? I see. Sir Herliot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Perthis since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. You're about to get framed. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the Draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, so only add a weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late, as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompensate you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship, I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Hershafont of House Fortemps commands the garrison at the camp at Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Hershafont. I always had trouble saying his name, and I don't know why, because I know his name very well. I just think I have trouble saying like the pronunciations of these names. Like it's nothing to do with even that I don't know certain ones. Before we go talk to him, we go talk to Hershafont. We will attune. Whee! up, buddy? Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you're come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. So, I want an airship. Princel's about to get framed. There's a lot going on here. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance? What might that be? I need my airship. So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Kurthus before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartno, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you any findings in the future, with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality. Of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Pretend. Oops. I like how you look at this and you're like, oh, it's really good, but then you gotta remember it's taking off both your boots and your other one. Like, no thanks. I'm good. I like the 2 pieces. Talk of Kurthus. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Heretics included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nine of my own house for Tubbs, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Goblin of House Hale, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief of House Durand yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once they inform him that you are a friend of House Fortept. Do not concern yourself with House Dezamea. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the 3 I mentioned and return to me when finished. Also, something I noticed when I was doing this on my other character is like, Alphino and Sid just are like vibing here this entire time. Came to find an airship, yet we meddle in Ishgardian affairs of state. Gods, if Alizé was here, or were here, I would never hear the end of it. I'm glad we left the observatorium. The people there were not friendly. Though even here, I can feel eyes upon us. We are not safe. I just love that, like, There's extra things if you look. There's plenty of time. I'm sure there's plenty of points where like the NPCs like this are around and I just don't see them. And that's gonna be the way like forever. There's always gonna be something that I miss. Hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Batum does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hale have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. You weren't very helpful. I was going the wrong way. Over here? Yes, over here. Alone, grant me the strength. There must be some way to. Oh, who are you? Friend of Lord Hushfront? I want to help you, I truly do. But these accusations of heresy have thrown House Hale into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Well, for the look of it, we're getting a dud, and probably another dud, since we already talked to this dude earlier. At least we got a couple friends in this area. Something I also like, and I'm going to point out here, is if you're a Lancer and you level up enough, like this guy is your Lancer missions as you get later in level. And I love the fact that like all the NPCs that are related to other things like that are just sitting around, they're still there. They just have no relevance to you if you're not that class. Like a good portion of them are always sitting around still. Because I was doing another class that I had never done on my one character, and I got high enough that I hit like the next, like the soul gem in the next like portion of the story for my class, and I was like, oh, that's why they're always sitting over here, because they're the leader for that class. I just haven't been that class before. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Hushfun's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Isgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Gliam Arrived in Kurthis, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Hushfont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Whee! Ow. Whee! Ow. He does jump off. He goes, yeet. This time I made an effort to turn around so I could see it. We're making pretty good time with the story right now, actually. My last recording from last session is going up in 2 hours from this recording, so probably by the time probably by the time I start the next recording, it's gonna go up. I don't think I'm gonna be doing this for this will be another like almost 2 hours, so. But get this out so I can have my backlog caught up a little bit. I have a busy week. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Kurthis consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Road to Redemption. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by a Dravinian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. On it! And that is right there. Do we have any more? I'm sure I will once I level up my hunt log. I need to work on that as well. So depending on what we do in either this video or the next one, we might go around hunting the rest of our hunting log. What the hell? Who goes there? Lily, no, stay back! The fiend is still here! He's just a baby. See? He's just a baby. Let him be praised. You did it. But what of the others? The 3 knights who accompany you? Where are they? Unsettled night. You good, my man? I heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, miss. Bless you. Hey, unnerved knight. How you doing? Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. Probably because, no offense, but you are not the group I would expect to send after that. Especially with things like Unfit Knight. Found it all. How are we to redeem House Hale if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Hale will remember your kindness. You should probably get out of here, Frenzel. You guys are good. It was a foolish thing to do, I know. But I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Hale that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. So, you think he's being frank? Or is he lying? Only time will tell. Dun dun dun. I saved his ass. Wait a second, I gotta get up here so I can talk to you properly. Your desk is bigger than me. What did you find at Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably it just, I don't know how you say that, but not wanting to, apparently, to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association, yours. As I see it, we have a new skill. The key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with... Come in? He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Heretics, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. Caboose, get out of my way. We're taking up the road. What level is my weapon? Yeah. Don't really need to use, because that was what, 36, so it's not that many levels higher than what I already have. And once we hit 50, we'll be getting another weapon anyway, for sure. So. Or actually, no, we meant... Do we? I don't remember. Hi. Ah, someone's tampering with shipments. Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found in our people's possession were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I am a House Hale man through and through. Heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters were what were bringing the shipment did it, though. I know most of them work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Could it have been the fellows? What were responsible for the inspections? Ishgardian Knights and Inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. I reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim Fort this eve. You might consider having a word with them. Could you imagine not having a mount in this area? All this running you have to do. Best part is when you don't know this area very well, or like any areas in general, you'll be like running into dead ends all the time and stuff. Pathetic porter. Hi guys! We came here, blah blah blah. Glad we left. I like how they're just chilling there. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Hale shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. House Hale? You find a draconian rosary inside. House Desmail? Nothing. Yeah. What do you say to that? Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. What do you call these? But that's impossible. Once the knight at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipment. Say what you will to Lord Harshfront, I will not be held accountable for this. Oh, I didn't mean to jump in the seat with you. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rick that dude say? What did Rick say? More draconian rosaries. Every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hale's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand, and praise alone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us. We must act now if we are to clear his name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Hale were heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to the Inquisitor Briggy? Tell her that House Pretemps asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been concluded or conducted. Oh, hi. You're up here. I was looking for a door. I thought you were inside somewhere. What is it, my child? Marfasha would have the Inquisitors do what? That is not possible. Inquisitor Guillemette proceeds over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop, even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Helen's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Ashfront, where's Witchdrop? We gotta go get him. They've taken Lord Francel to Witchdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Lily, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillemette in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. I got an axe. I'll do it. I'm gonna ask him a question. Francel! Look at them over there. Hail, Lily. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us as a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. I'm ready. Jushin Charlemagne, Francel de Hale, Glenerte, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers, these charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians. I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Helon to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Helon's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their Draken forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Heretics, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Hushfund. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Hushfund has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Hushfund arrives, Lily. And remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Shield bears no sigil, sir. You serve the Holy Seal. I serve a higher power. Look, Lord Hushfund is come! Of the Silver Fuller! Stop. In the name of House Fatemps, I demand that you lay down your arms. Guardian scum, today you shall answer for your sins. By this deed you do disgrace in your line, Lord Hushfund. Hello! A wyvern, but there were no reports of Draconian activity. You would call upon your allies to save you. At last, your treachery is laid bare. Off the healer. Come on, bitch. Back here. Yeah, keep healing yourself. I ain't getting far. This will not be forgotten. Tony and Rosary. What do you call this, bitch? Wyvern takes to the skies. Why did your knight have one, huh? It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others, I fear, has been orchestrated by the enemies of House Hale. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor. You set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man, what proof have you of this? Bitch, your own guard had a draconian rosary. By the Fury, a Draconian rosary, and the knight who refused to yield. It was he who summoned the wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implication. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Hushfund. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which brought you to Crithis, Lily. Pray locate your errant airship and use it. Why do you want me to leave? Lord Hushfund, I have not words to express my gratitude. But why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hale. Praise Helen, it did not come to that. But it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Lily. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. I'm good. They barely touched my ass. I'm gonna be lazy this time now. We're teleported back. You look well, Lily. May I say what a pleasure it is to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. How did you know my class? Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Vitemps and House Hale shall never forget your service. Now let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. The man with knowledge of enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Discomposed cataloger. How quickly the commoner's opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Crithis several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gradonia and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Harshfont is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Thin Stone Vigil, wherever that is. Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil. Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Duran. I will write a letter to Lord Gilmont of White Rim Front, and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Lily. May Helon guide you. Francel, I need help. give me your recommendation to... Yeah, when we get inside, I'm gonna look at that skill. I probably can't use it yet, but because a lot of these missions are gonna be under the skill level. But I'm gonna see what it does. So is this one. Brace yourself for an enemy onslaught, preventing most attacks from reducing your HP to less than 1. Duration's 10 seconds. The cooldown is long, though. That's what, like 4 minutes? When a target is selected, halts their movement with chains. Also, it says most attacks, not all. I need to go and do my missions because I have, like, these things are lower than me, but I don't have them, and that's because they're probably tied to the missions, the warrior missions. Ooh. Anyway, I'm just kind of looking at the skills for a bit. I kind of just wing it. I definitely don't optimize classes. Wonder if we'll see you again, Lily. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Hale. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravenian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Duran instead has been charged with the duty, given that I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Dillamont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Hale have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans are foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. Yeah, if I can tell it to the judge. I've had so many fucking people pissed off at me. And there's so many more that's gonna happen throughout this game, so... It's just another Tuesday. Prim is that way, yeah. That thing. I think we have to go in the observatorium. And then we can go out here. The wall blocks it otherwise, I'm pretty sure. Just, you know, casual stroll in the snow. Doesn't say we gotta be coming up on it soon. If you can't fly in this area, it takes a while to get around. I also go back to once I've been somewhere, I often will use the chocobo while I like do something else. I usually rush the main story now on an alt so I can fly, but if you don't, like, you just go here. Like I said this in another video back in, but yeah, 2 minutes, 80 gil. It'll auto walk you over there. Good to go. Actually, wait, this is a Zatorium. No, it was a Camp Dragon. Okay, I was gonna say. Wait a second. You desire an audience with Lord Villamont, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. I have recommendation letters. What do we have here? Letters from Lords Hoshfont and Francel, is it? Oh, you're serious. What to do, what to do. Your timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Villamont's attentions are focused solely on stone vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois? Yes, Sir Albois can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. What are you doing here? Time is a resource we can ill afford to squander. We must gain entrance to Stone Vigil without further delay. Where there's one, there's another. Oh, actually, I remember where it is. It's not in this room, but yeah, I know where he is. Sir Bernard? Bed you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Jelma hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for a head... Whatever, it's the healer. Dene? Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? I get the feeling nobody wants work. Nobody wants to do work. So, the funny thing about this is I remember so many times I've come in here and I've not paid attention. Like, I've gone in here and not paid attention. There's a fucking upstairs here. And that's where Sid is. The Enterprise is indeed inside the Stone Vigil. Then we must convince Lord Delamont to cooperate. Hey, can you help me? Are you here to visit a patient, madam? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Pretems and Hale. With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the brackets and speak with Sir Guderot. He should know Lord Delamant's current whereabouts. Like, look at all these names. I think this was back when I really did not like to butcher a name, and I would avoid even attempting to say it. This game is horrible for me because, I mean, there's literally plenty of names that are made up for just like the lore in Final Fantasy, so like the races and stuff. So it's like they're not even normal names that I'm butchering. But what reason have you for barging into? Oh, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Joma is just up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I would not expect much. House Thran as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Hey, bitch, I have letters. You want to talk or no? Sir, Gutermut's permitted your passage. Very well, speak. I have these letters. I need a ship that's in your dungeon. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of Fury herself? We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Guillemot. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Kurthis to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise and the airship of Master Sid Non Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive? But that's impossible! Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honey words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Thran marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim front but three mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the Calamity, and two Scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Thran would have greater sense. I know not why these three seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that you cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this murmurous farce. You three will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it. Until you declare your true intentions as well. And until you declare your true intentions. It could be moons before House Duran purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot wait. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Lily, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Dromund's trust. Understood? Back to the errand, girl. Factual folklore. You the last responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye. Word travels fast in White Brim Front. I gather you still wish to change his mind. If there's one thing I've learned about a man in my time here, that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Went over the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. It wouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Denifton Path? and take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Using key items on targets. And pop them in the face with it. Just go pop. Down. Okay. I remember the first time I did this, I was not the smartest person with this. I've actually messed it up recently too, when I forgot about it. Because there's different missions like this, where you use it once they're weakened, which is like about half health. And it can be quite the pain if you're not paying attention. You need to target. You need to go to the thing and use the item. Which, as you see, they interrupted it. So you need to make sure you use it. There we go. Because if you do not, he does so much damage, and he barely takes damage, that you will probably die. I think I've actually managed to beat him once without it. I think. But I was like, chugging potions, chugging everything. It's horrible. But as you see, it's just a regular enemy if you use the item. So make sure you use it. Don't be like me one time and almost, like, literally, I had to summon my companion twice because he actually killed my companion. He did so much damage to them. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I was like, oh, I'm trying to speedrun this so much that I'm not paying attention. I'm supposed to be using this first. And then the second I did it, it went from like barely scratching the enemy to murdering him in no time because it's all about that item. That's what happens when you're speedrunning quests and you're not reading what the quest is. And you're just like, oh, I need to kill this enemy, okay. Didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. No, I have it. Here you go. Oh dear, remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Anyway, this should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila! Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here. And up above. Here you go. You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Here you go, man. Eat up. Ah, yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men, and their wits beside. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. I like how he's like, I saw you conspiring, and I will be happy to take one. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. Here you go. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Kalen's blessings be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. You're welcome. Hey, who up here wants a steak? Got one more. Not you. You're the one that wants the steak. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. Here's a mud puppy steak. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Duran must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. We had a winner. Feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? But I had forgotten about the hard-working healers at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking the steak to Sonoda? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to tend to her own. On it! Healers need respect. I respect healers, so let's go. I forget if I think she's up too. She is over here? Yes. She's gone and I couldn't save her. Beg your pardon, madam, but I'm busy tending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. Nah, here's your food. I'm just here to give you... Is that? Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Whatever. Hey, Sid. Might I have a word with you, Lily? It concerns the healers. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites, though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of chemical mixtures. There is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Yeah, sure, I got you. Also, who said you could go away? Have some more gristle green. Gristle greens? I want to forever call it gristle greens for some reason. I don't know why. My brain has permanently said one thing. So we'll forever say it. I know they're telling us to go the other way, but I literally see the ice sprites over here, so... Like, it's telling us here, but you can see them on the map. So you know they're over here too, that's the funny thing. There's one around the corner. Yeah. Actually, it's probably better to get this one. The other one has a bunch of enemies around it. This one, oh, this one's down. I hit it from here? Will it just come up to me? Come over here. Close enough. You need me to hop down. Probably doesn't matter. But... Forget how many quests we have before we can get to the Stone Vigil. Might try to get to the Stone Vigil and then do the Stone Vigil in another video. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. There you go. What an amazing device, but is it truly an alembic? Sir, I've never seen it like before. I too am unsure what to make of this device. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder, were the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptations proffered by these unbelievers. Oh, fuck off. Why does the man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Influencing Inquisitors. Before we can persuade Lord Guillemont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor that we are not his enemies. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Kurthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Alphina in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Inquisitor? Yes, of course. I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front, several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in the snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gate. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Inquisitor? I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. We have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be a party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. You ain't from here. Gentleman, Velenot, Lodiel. No, this is Patrick. Under Inquisitor Gilliman watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. No, this is Patrick. Sir, why do you have a name so goddamn normal compared to everybody else? Like, for, like, English names anyway? Like, I'm sure, like, a lot of these names are very common. In different, like, or similar names are very common. But, like, it's just so funny. I mean, that just makes me think the same thing of, like, Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Sue. Like, what the hell? Why is one of the Miss Pac-Man ghosts Sue? Or, in the case of Pac-Man, I think it's Clyde? Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde? The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Helen's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Alphano, seriously, help me. What we doing? Shiver. You cold? In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. Yeah, and mine is. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Lily. Mayhap they will provide insight into the Inquisitor Limena's motivations. By the lights of Ishgar. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in White Brim Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not the south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Gullion is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense. At least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Now, there's a quick way to get there, but I don't remember the safe way. Yeah, that's safe enough. Hiya! 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 Gasp! An Inquisitor corpse. Show the bloody and sickle. I don't know how to say that. What the hell is it? Oh, it's like in a paper. Gotcha. It's always funny because it's just like a route up, but I never can remember where it starts, so I always just jump off. Do that one. Alphana? You found something, didn't you? Don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Here. Given the contents of this, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor, Guillaume. Newly come to Kurthis and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Lily, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Since Lord Delamont has already been turned against us, I fear that this alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. A certain knight were to provide the testimony that supports our claim. Yes, mayhap it is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Liliant with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him to recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. Sir, I need help. You didn't get saved by him. Oh, you have returned. Is there something you wanted to ask? Here. Inquisitor is an imposter. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You'd have me believe that is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go speak with Sir Pernilla. She was at the eastern gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Yes? Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it. Not at all. Bitch, you tell me what you know. You know, don't you? Fury take me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Deliant gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him. Nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Deliant and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Deliant to the infirmary, and on his first night in White Grim Front, Inquisitor Gulliman was hailed as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized whilst in possession of Draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Dillamont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats. So I did nothing until Lord Fencel was accused. A time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept the Draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of White Brim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Lock. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hale, thus exonerating Lord Fencel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Helen, forgive me for not acting sooner. Oops. Sleep, sleep, sleep. I have a suspicious box. Present your findings to Dillamont. He's a fake phony. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. This building. Up we go. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. You have a fate. There had better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic. Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Lily. For that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first, I must needs beg your assistance. Help me in the night to bring this infernal impostor to justice. Oh, this doesn't count as like a city. I think you have to have an aetheryte in the place. I could be wrong. The heretic among us. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell's take him and his Dravinian allies. I am told he makes for snow cloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Lily. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. We gotta stop. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Jelman arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Yeah, let's go. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Helen's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I've never questioned the teachings of Helen. Cornered expeditioner. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Delamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gilliman, and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ha, grave allegations indeed. But you'll find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Delamont. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence. Huh. All are complacent in these crimes. All live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me. deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Jolaman, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravinian fang and claw. Show the heretic no mercy. You must pay for ignorant swine. Soon you will know the futility of where they are. No, they're up there. Why is that one up there? I think it's still hitting that dude that's down below him. Got you, man. You see, Heretic, you and your allies are no match for the might of Ishgard. How wrong you are, Ishgardian. I have been blessed with a power far beyond kin. Come, my brothers, grant me the strength and smite Dragonblood. Hello. I am reborn. Stand your ground. 'Tis but an illusion. Are you so sure about that? I don't think his big ass is an illusion. If dragon stands before you, you still do not flee. I fought primals. You're welcome for tanking that shit. My glamorous. Dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, Heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within Stone Vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. Defiant to the last, leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. Lily, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front and bring your associates. You got it. Have a croc after my ass. That motherfucker got a ton of innocent people killed. Alphana, let's go. Where have you been, Lily? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his tale was always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. In pursuit of the past. As I am sure you will agree, it's past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Delamont a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Keep wanting to go that way. Because I keep like associating the infirmary with also part of this building, but they're not together. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillemot would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the signs of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering that outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravenians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravenian foothold in Girthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change, or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Delamont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathaniel of your impending visit. May Helen guide you, scions. We're gonna go over there, and then we will call this video. I believe, yeah, it's right here. Then we'll take on the dungeon in the next one. Then once we have Enterprise, we're after Garuda. Another primal. Hail, Lily. Lord Delamont has appraised me of the situation. You may enter the Sun Vigil whensoever you will. But on that note, so I want to see this real quick though. No, still just scions with us. At certain points, you'll have other people with you besides. So I wasn't sure if we had like Alpha Male with us this time or not. Anyway, on that note, I will see you in the next one, where we take on the Devanian and Stone Vigil and see if we can get our airship. Hopefully it's not broken up. See you next time.